So in the previous class, we have discussed about the instructions based on the data transfer instructions, data transfer, arithmetic and logic. These are over, right? Now today we are going to discuss about the branching instructions. Okay? Discuss about the what instructions? Branching instructions. Is my voice is audible, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Branching instructions. So here, what is the use of the branching instructions? Means in order to change the sequence of the program. Sequence of the program means what? If program is having 10 instructions, right? If program is having 10 instructions and we are at fifth instruction, okay? We are at fifth instruction. Suddenly we want to jump from fifth to again first. Means again sequence is changing right here. Here we are changing sequence by jumping fifth to one. Actual sequence is what? After fifth, we need to go for execution of the sixth instruction. And then seventh instruction, eighth, ninth, tenth. This is the sequence of instructions we need to follow. But here, instead of going this sequence, what we are doing? We are jumping from fifth to again first. Okay. So in order to jump from fifth to one, or in order to change the sequence, we need to use branching instructions. Branching instructions are used for what? To change the sequence of program. Okay. To change the sequence of program either conditionally or under uncertain conditions. Okay. Either conditionally or unconditionally. Conditionally means what? If something is equal to something, or something x is greater than y, or x is less than y, then jump to some address location, or jump to first instruction, or jump to second instruction, or jump to end. So like that. Conditions. Unconditionally means what? Just if jump to some address location we will give 2030. So here we are not giving any conditions like equal, greater than or less than. Like that we are not giving any condition. Without condition we are jumping from one place, one location to the another location. Then those are called as unconditional branch instructions. Right? Branch instructions means what? The sequence of program. It will change the sequence of program either conditionally or unconditionally. So what instructions will come under this branching instructions? First one is jump instructions. Okay. First one is what? Jump instructions. So here jump instructions conditionally is there, unconditionally is also there. Next second one, call and return instruction. Okay. Call and return instruction. Third is restart instructions. Third is what instruction? Restart instruction. So totally how many types of branching instructions we are having? Three. Jump instructions, call and return instructions, restart instructions. All these three instructions are used for conditionally and unconditionally also. Understand? Branching instructions means what? It will change the sequence of program. Okay? It will change the sequence of program. Next, the first instruction. Okay? What is the first group instruction? Jump instruction. Now we will discuss about the jump instructions. Okay? Jump. JMP. Okay? JMP. Opcode is or mnemonic of jump is JMP. Okay. JMP means what? JUMP, jump from one place to another place, one memory location to another memory location. And here this JMP is unconditional. Unconditional means what? We are not specifying any condition. Okay. If we will get the carry, then jump to one place. If means what? Here we are specifying some condition. If x is equal to y, jump to 2050 location like that. But here JMP is used for what? Unconditionally, no condition. Okay, no condition. Directly here JMP 16-bit address means what? JMP 2050 means wherever we will write this instruction JMP 2034. After reaching this instruction, the cursor will jump to 2034 memory location. Okay, 2034 memory location. Even though the memory location of JMP, this line is 100,000. Then also it will goes to jump to 2034 memory location. Understand? First instruction in the branch instructions are what? Is what? JMP. JMP followed by 16-bit address. Okay. The program sequence is transferred to the memory location specified by the 16-bit address given in the operand. Okay. JMP is the mnemonic and what is the operand here? 2034. This is what? Address location. So wherever we will mention this instruction in the program is at that at that time is during the execution of this time, our cursor is directly jumped to 2034 from any place. If suppose our cursor is at 1000 H means it will jump to 2034. If our cursor is at 3034 means then also it will jump to 2034. Okay. This is the what? Jump instruction. Okay. This is the what? Jump JMP jump unconditional instruction. Example JMP 2034 H. Okay. Next JX. So here conditionally. Okay. Same here also the operation is same. It will change the sequence of the program. Okay. The program sequence is transferred to the memory location specified by the 16-bit address given in the operand. Okay. But this is conditionally. Conditionally means what? Here some flags will be effect. Flag register is there, right? So flag register is having some flags. Do you remember? Sign flag, zero flag, carry flag, parity flag, auxiliary carry flag, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. So based on those flags, if carry is there, means carry flag will set to 1. So if carry flag is set means jump to another location. If 0 means jump to another address location. Like that, the condition we are specifying based on the flags. Okay. For example, JZ2034 means here also same operation. What we have done here, same we are jumping at 2034. Here also we are jumping at 2034. But what is the difference between JMP and JZ? JMP is unconditional. This is with irrespective of the flag status. Carry flag is set to 1 or reset to 0. Auxiliary carry is set to 1, reset to 0. Parity, 0, sign, whatever it may be. With the irrespective of the conditions, with the irrespective of the flags. Okay, this will jump to 2034. But whereas here, it will depend on the flags. If carry flag, we will mention, okay? We'll mention in the program. If carry flag is equal to 1 or set to 1, then only jump 2034. It will comes here. It will check whether carry flag is equal to 1. Yes, yes means it will jump to 2034. Otherwise, it will goes to the next instruction. Below this JZ2034, what is the instruction? Move A comma B. Then it will goes to the move A comma B. Okay, like that. So here some examples also given for the conditional jump instructions. JC, jump if carry. Okay, JC followed by some 2030 address location. Format is this one only. Okay, format is this one only. JX 16-bit address. In place of X, we will write C. Okay, C, N, C, Z, P, E. Okay, right, like that. Understand? These are for the conditional. Okay. For example, here JZ is given means if 0 flag is set, then jump to 2034. Okay. So instruction is what? Instruction format here, syntax is what? JZ. Okay. JX 2034 or any address location. In place of X, based on the flag, we will write if carry flag means C. If carry, there is no carry means NC, we will write in place of X. Okay. If jump to 0, 0 flag is set means in place of X, Z we will write or NZ, parity, even, parity, odd. Understand? Okay. First this one is jump, JMP, jump to the specified address location unconditionally. Now this is JX, jump to the specified address location based on the flags. Okay. Now in place of X, we will write the these flags. Okay, but the format is same, instruction is same. JZ 2034 here we need to specify the memory location. Okay. Now here, what are the conditionally jumps? First one is JC. JC means what? Jump if carry. If carry flag is set, if carry flag is set, then jump to 2030. For example, J, C, instruction we will write 20, 1, 1. Okay. Means what? JC, cursor will come here and it will check the carry flag. If carry flag is 1 means cursor will directly jump to 2011 memory location. This is the instruction of this JC. Second, JNC, jump if no carry. Okay. If there is no carry, then jump to 2011. J, N, C, 1111. Okay, right? Now cursor will come here. Okay. Now it will check the carry flag. If carry flag is equal to 0, it will jump to directly 4 ones. Otherwise, it won't jump. The next instruction will be followed. Next, another instruction is JZ. JZ means what? It will check whether the zero flag is set or not. If zero flag is set, means answer is equal to all zeros, then it will jump to specified memory location. Otherwise, it will continue the sequence of the program. Okay. Next, JNZ means what? No zero. Zero flag is equal to 0 means answer is not 0. Then it will jump to specified address location. That address location we are specifying here itself. JNZ triple one. Sorry, 4 ones. Okay. Now JPE. JPE means what? This is related to the parity flag. If parity flag is equal to even, means what? The result we are getting number of ones as even. Then JPE will be jumped to 4 ones. 4 1 is our operand memory location. Okay. Now, if the result is odd, means parity flag is equal to 0. Then it will jump to 1 0. We have specified the address location 1 0 1 0. Then it will jump to 1 0 1 0. Right? So these are the conditional jump instructions. And unconditional jump instruction is what? JMP. Understand? Unconditional jump instruction is JMP and conditional is JC. Okay? Right. Rule number 7. Mridula. Mridula.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the branch instruction? Branch instructions means what? What for we are using branch instructions?
For changing the frequency.
To change the sequence of program. Okay. Sequence of program means what? For example, if any program is consisting 10 instruction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 is the serial instruction. That is the sequence. But here what we are doing after reaching 4th instruction, again we want to jump to 8th instruction. Okay. Then at that time, these instructions we can use. Okay. These instructions we can use. Right. Next, Vikas. Mridula, unmute yourself. Okay, Vikas.
Ma'am.
Vikas, what are the examples of instructions? Hello? What are the examples of branch instructions? Vikas, is my voice is audible to you? Vikas?
Hello?
Vikas, is my voice is audible?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the examples of branch instructions? What are the examples? Is my screen is visible? Is my screen is visible?
Jump instructions, call and... Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Jump instructions. Next.
Call and return instructions, restart instructions.
Very good. Okay. Next. Sai Vamshi. Rule number 12. Rule number 12. Sai Vamshi. Vamshi absent? Vamshi. 12 absent. Okay. Mithilesh. మిథిలేష్
ఎస్ మ్యామ్ ఎస్ మ్యామ్
మిథిలేష్ ఇద్దరు ఉన్నారమ్మా మీరు ఒక్కరేనా
ఒకరే మ్యామ్
31 నేమ్ ఏంటి రూల్ నెంబర్ 31
శ్రీజిత్
వివేక
శ్రీజిత్
ఓకే
మేడం 12 ప్రెసెంట్ మ్యామ్
ఓకే మిథిలేష్ mute yourself Vamshi
మేడం
you tell me what is the difference between JMP instruction and JX instructions? What is the difference between JMP? This is JMP, right?
yes ma'am
And this is JX instructions. In place of X, we can write C, NC, Z, NZ, PE, PO, like that we can write. So
Yes,
what is
ma'am.
the difference between JMP instruction and JX instruction? Okay.
JMP is unconditionally ma'am
Very good. JMP is unconditional.
unconditionally JX is
JX
conditional
is like example. Example. See.
yes ma'am
For example, JC is there, right? JC 4 ones. Okay.
yes ma'am
Means what? If is there any carry flag is set. Carry flag is set means what? See, carry flag is equal to 1.
1
Then JC means jump to
carry
what we have mentioned here. No, what we have mentioned operand 4 ones. So cursor will jump to 4 ones memory
1.
location. Okay.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
here if the operand we are writing 1010 means what? If carry flag is set, then directly our cursor will jump to 1010
10
operation memory location. Right?
yes ma'am
Clear?
yes
Clear?
ma'am.
JMP, all of you. JMP and JX instructions. Next. Call instruction. Second instruction is what? Call. So here, call 16-bit address. Same. All will same. Format of the all jump instructions. All branch instructions are same. Specific mnemonic. Okay. What operation we are using? For that operation, mnemonic will be there. For example, here call operation. For that call operation, CALL is the mnemonic. And JUMP is the jump operation. For that mnemonic is JMP. So mnemonic followed by the 16-bit address. Okay. Followed by the 16-bit address. So here some instructions are used for without unconditionally. Okay. Some instructions are used for conditionally, like based on the flags. Based on the flags. For example, carry flag is set, then jump to some address location. If there is no carry flag, then jump to another address location. If there is a zero flag, means zero flag is exist, then jump to some address location, like that. Here call is also there. Okay. Call is used for unconditionally as well as conditionally. Okay. Call is used for what? Conditionally and unconditionally. So here also same thing. We will go to that memory location. Okay. Jump means we are jumping. Call means we are calling that instruction. Okay. If suppose 16-bit address 2034 is given. Okay. What is present at this 2034? That one we are calling in the program. That is the only difference. See, the program sequence is transferred to the memory location specified by the 16-bit address given in the operand. Before the transfer, the address of the next instruction after call is pushed onto the stack. Okay. So generally, call we should use for calling the any subprogram. Okay. One program we are writing, one main program. That one is consisting some 20 lines. Again in the 20 lines. Okay. So like that 4 to 5 programs we are having. So all these 4 to 5 programs in the middle, we we are writing same instructions. Okay. 10 programs we are having. For example, you consider 10 programs we are having. So these 10 programs are consisting some hundreds of instructions. Okay, these 10 programs each program is consisting hundreds of instructions. Again, in hundreds of instructions, 50 instructions are common for all these 10 programs. Okay, how many instructions are common? 50 instructions are common for all these 10 programs. Now, if 10 programs we need to write means this 50 instructions we need to write again and again write in the 10 program, right? So by doing this, what will happen? Time will be increased, right? So what we are doing in order to reduce the time, okay, these 50 instructions we are writing in a one subprogram. Okay, what are the instructions which are common in 10 programs? Those instructions we are writing in a one program, one different program. Okay, and we are giving some name to that program. Okay, now we are calling wherever these 50 instructions are required. Okay, at that time, at that place, okay, we are calling that subprogram by using call instruction, or we are calling that memory location where we have stored those instructions, right? So like this, we can call one instruction or a group of instructions also, right? Call. This is unconditionally. Unconditionally means what? Without irrespective of the flags. Okay, no flags will be affected here. Whether carry flag is equal to set to 1 or not, reset. Parity set or reset, zero flag set or reset, sign flag set or reset, whatever it may be. Call 2034 means cursor will jump to 2034 instruction, or it will call the instruction which is present at 2034 memory location. Okay, this is unconditionally. Syntax is call 2034, call followed by the 16-bit address. Now, conditional call instructions. Okay, CC. C stands for call, another C stands for carry. Okay, CC means what? If carry flag is set. Okay, if carry flag is set, then CC 111 I have given. Okay, if carry flag is set to 1, then jump to or call 1110 memory location, right? CNC, if there is no carry, okay, if there is no carry, then go to 1100 memory location or call the instruction which is present at 1100. Okay, CP means sign. CP. CP means what? If sign flag is equal to 0. When sign flag is equal to 0, whenever the answer we are getting, result we are getting as positive, then sign flag is equal to 0. If result we are getting negative means sign flag is set to 1, right? So at that time, if you want to jump from one place to another place, or if the result is equal to positive means jump to one location, 1001. At this location we need to jump whenever the result is positive. If result is negative means jump to this one. Okay, if result is total 0, result means 1 minus 1 we will get zeros only. So at that case, call memory location. The instruction which is present at this memory location, we are calling in the program. Like that, right? CNZ means non-zero. CPE means parity even, means result consisting even ones. If the result consisting odd ones. Okay? Syntax is what? Syntax is what? Mnemonic followed by the 4-bit address location in hexa. Okay? A110. This is also one address location. Understand? Understand? Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Till now, what instructions we have discussed in branch? Jump, JMP unconditional, JX conditional. Similarly, CALL unconditional, C followed by that flag letter. CC means carry. CNC means no carry. CP means positive sign flag. CM means negative sign flag. Okay. Z means zero flag. CNZ means non-zero. CPE means parity even. CPO means parity odd. Okay. Next. RET, return. Now we are calling. Okay. With the help of the call instruction, we are calling the some program or some instructions which are present at the different address location. So after execution of those instructions, again we need to go for the normal main program. Okay. Then at that time we need to use RET. RET means what? Return. This is also unconditional and conditional. Okay. This is also unconditional, conditional. RET. Here no instruction, no operand is there. No operand is given. RET means what? Simply after calling 1050 means we are calling the instruction which are present at 1050. At that 1050, one instruction is there and we have executed 1050 instructions. Now, directly we will write the RET. RET means what? Again, cursor is come back from 1050 to normal main program where we are present at that time before call instruction used. Okay. RET means what? Return to the main program. Okay. The program sequence is transferred from the subroutine to the calling program. Understand? I said 5 programs. We have taken one example as what? 5 programs. 5 programs consisting of hundreds of instructions. Again, in these hundreds of instructions, 50 instructions or 70 instructions are common in all the 5 programs, 5 main programs. Now what we are doing, these 70 instructions we are writing in a one program and we are giving one name to this program. Okay. So program in the program is called as subprogram and here subprogram is called as subroutine. What? Subprogram is called as what? Subroutine. Subroutine means what? Subprogram. Program in the program. Now this subroutine means the program which consisting of 7 instructions is common for the 5 programs. Now in the 5 programs we are calling this subroutine by giving some name or some memory location, right? So call, for example, this subroutine program is E. Okay, E. So call E. Call E. Whenever we will write the instruction call E in the main program means cursor is moves from main program to the subroutine program. Okay. Cursor is moves from main program to the subroutine program. Now, subroutine program is consisting how many instructions? 70 instructions. Okay. 70 instructions. So, after execution of 70 instructions, we will write RET. What we will write? RET. RET means what? Again, after execution of 70 instructions which are present in the subroutine, okay, we need to go back to the main program, right? If we are not giving RET means our cursor is in the subroutine only. What is the last address location? What is the last address location of the last instruction? At that place only our cursor will be present, but we need to move our cursor for the execution of total entire program. Now we need to come back from the subroutine, subprogram. So what instruction we should use? What instruction we should use? What instruction we should use? We need to come back from the subprogram to the main program after execution of the subroutine or sub instruction, subprograms. What instruction we need to use? Is my voice RET? So what instruction we should use? RET. With what instruction we should call the subprogram? We should call the subprogram call. By using call, CALL call, we are calling the subprogram and we are after execution of the subroutine, subprogram, again we need to come back to the main program means what instruction we should use? RET. Okay, no operand, RET directly. Okay, now this is unconditioned. So here we are mentioning any condition? No condition we are mentioning. Okay, now conditionally means what? Now we are at the in the subprogram. While execution of the subprogram, we are getting the any carry in the subprogram. Then return to main program. Then RC. RC means what? If carry flag is set, then return to main program. Okay. RNC. If there is no carry flag is set in the main program or subprogram, then return back. Okay. RP means here no operand we should specify, right? No operand. Directly we can use only RC. If we are using only mnemonics in the instruction means those instructions are called as what type of instructions? Already I said implicit instructions. Implicit instructions means what? Only mnemonic, only opcode will be present. So here RET, RC, RNC, RP, RM, RZ, RNZ, RPE, RPO, all are opcodes only, right? Here we are mentioning any operand. Opcode means operation to be performed. Okay, the code which is written for doing of certain operation. Operand means based on what we are performing the operation. Okay, operand means data. Opcode means operation code. Okay, right? So RC is written if carry, RNC is written if no carry, RP is written if positive, RM is written if negative, means related to the sign flag. Okay. RP is if the result is even, then parity flag will set. If result is odd means parity flag will reset. Understand? These all are the what? Written conditionally instructions. Okay. Now restart. Okay. Restart. This is one of the software interrupts. Interrupts we have discussed, right? Hardware we are having five interrupts, and software RST1 to RST0 to RST7, right? Restart. So this is also one of the instructions. Software interrupt means the what? We are giving the interrupt in the program by giving the instructions. Okay? Right? Interrupt means the what? Break or delay in the program. One instruction is given, and after that way another instruction and one more instruction is given. But we want some gap, some halt, some break while execution of 1 to 2. Then we will place there RST 0. That is one interrupt. Okay. These are the interrupts we are giving. RST 0, RST 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that. 8 software interrupts we are having and 5 hardware interrupts, right? And the address of each instruction is the number multiplied with the 8. Okay. What is the starting address of this RST 0? 0 into 8. How much we will get? Zeros only. So 0, 0, 0 is the starting or vector address of the RST 0. Excuse me, ma'am. Sir, good morning, sir. కాలేజ్లో క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను సార్. ఇప్పుడు ప్రజెంటా సార్? ప్రవీణ్ రెడ్డి అనుకుంటా సార్. సరే సార్, ఒక్క నిమిషం సార్. Sir, 1 minute. Sir, third hour, A is sir, Srinivas sir, sir. కాలేజ్కి వచ్చాడు సార్ సార్ ఓకే సార్ థ్యాంక్ యూ okay so how many software interrupts we are having 8 software interrupts starting from 0 to 7 and how we are finding the address vector address of this the number followed by multiplied with the 8 okay for example here 7 is there so vector address of this RST7 is what vector address is nothing but a starting address where this interrupt is stored okay 7 into 8 okay decimal ostadi after then we need to convert into hexa okay 6 into 8 okay 5 into 8 4 into 8 these all are the hexa numbers after multiplying we will get the decimal okay right is my voice is audible
Yes, ma'am.
next one is control instructions okay with this branch instructions are over next one is control instructions so these instructions will control the operation of the microprocessor okay control the operation of the microprocessor means the what now if suddenly all the programs we are running at a time now no program is operating properly then at that time what we need to do we need to halt the program we need to give some break so like that we can control the microprocessor programs example NOP NOP means no operation whenever wherever if we are writing this instruction NOP then we should think that what microprocessor will think that what now at this time no operation will be performed no operation will be done means no instruction is fetched means microprocessor will not take the any instruction from the memory and as well as the input devices and no instructions will be executed nothing it won't do anything whenever we will write the NOP now who are giving this NOP user is giving means with the help of this NOP we are controlling the microprocessor right yes or no we are controlling or not microprocessor is executing some program suddenly in that program while executing that program we have written one instruction as what after execution of 50 instructions NOP we have written what is the meaning of that NOP no operation to be done no execution no fetching no decoding so after reaching cursor at this instruction NOP processor will stop for some time understand so by giving these instructions we are stopping we are giving the break to the processor we are controlling the processor yes or no
Yes, ma'am.
so these instructions are called as control instructions and another example is halt halt means it will halt for some time HLT okay
What is not
what ma who said just now halt is also for stopping the CPU finishes the executing the current instruction and halts any further instruction if halt we have given at the middle then after execution of the halt the processor will stop the execution of the instructions okay halt is also one of the control instruction DI now interrupt is enabled processor is executing the interrupt is finished now we want to disable those interrupts then DI we need to give DI means what disable interrupt like similar like if you want to enable the interrupt means EI also we can use all these are the implicit instructions means no operand is given okay beside NOP we are giving any address location no we are not giving and beside halt we are giving any address location no we are not giving okay DI also no address location. So all these are the what? All these are the what? Implicit instructions. NOP, no operation. Halt, HLT, halt for the program. Okay. DI, disable interrupt. EI, enable interrupt. Okay. And this is read interrupt mask. And this is the diagram of read interrupt marks. Okay. So this one is also have 8 bits. 7.5, 6.5, 5.5, all three are the interrupts. IE is interrupt enable. Okay. SID is serial input data bit. Means what? What communication we are doing here? Serial communication. At that time, D7 bit will be enabled. Whenever we will take the input data, processor will take the input data. Okay. Next, SIM, set interrupt mask. For this also, block diagram is given. So this is the block diagram of SOD. Okay. Clear? Branching instructions. Any doubts? How many instructions we have discussed till now?